Southwest Mock Paper 1. This is question 30 under E-Science for Intermediate Technical Schools. Grammar school students offering ordinary level chemistry also need this question. The question says the atomic number of an element refers to the number of A. Protons and electrons in the element, B. Protons and neutrons in the element, C. Neutrons and electrons in the element, D. Protons in the element. Let's begin with the worst possible answer. That will be neutrons and electrons. This cannot be the answer. The reason is simple. There is no such combination in basic atomic structure. There is no combination that is made up of neutrons and electrons. This answer is the worst one. The second answer, which we will look at, which is also wrong, is protons and neutrons. You see, elements are represented like this with their chemical symbols. X here represents the chemical symbol of the element. For example, we use capital C for carbon. And up here, there would usually be a number, and this number is represented A. We call this number the mass number. For carbon, it could be a number like 12, depending on which isotope of carbon. And there is usually another number down here, and we call this number the atomic number. For carbon, it is 6. And so, the number of protons and neutrons in the element is represented by the mass number. The mass number is equals to number of protons plus neutrons. So they're not asking us for the mass number, they're asking us for the atomic number. So this cannot be the answer. The closest answer to the correct answer is A, which says protons and electrons in the element. Now, at first glance, it may look like the correct answer because, yes, usually this atomic number is considered to be the number of electrons besides being the number of protons. But this is the trap. You see, this atomic number is not the number of electrons because there are times when an atom can lose or gain electrons. When an atom loses or gains electrons, it becomes an ion. And when it becomes an ion, the number of electrons has changed. And so at that point, the atomic number no longer represents the number of electrons. But in a neutral atom, like this is carbon, this is a neutral atom, meaning it has no charge, there's no charge. In a neutral atom, this atomic number down here represents the number of protons and electrons. But it is not always the case. If an atom was to gain or lose electrons, the number of electrons will change, but this atomic number will remain the same. So this answer is the closest to the correct answer. It's actually a very tricky one, but it's not the correct answer. And so the answer is D. The atomic number represents the number of protons in the element only and nothing else. The number of protons in an element are represented by that atomic number. And this number is the most important number because it determines which element you are looking at. For example, if an atom has 6 protons, it will always be carbon. If an atom has 7 protons, it will always be nitrogen. It is the most important number because it determines exactly which element we are looking for on the periodic table. So the correct answer was D, the number of protons in the element only.